growing up, I've had a lot of things that people would say that would rub me the wrong way. And one of the things that recently has come up that rubs me the wrong way is I've come across a few videos on YouTube where trans girls will say, and I'm not trying to pick a fight or anything, I'm just saying it rubs me the wrong way for myself. These videos where these trans girls are saying that a transsexual's transition never really ends. And I've heard it in group meetings too. We had somebody in one of my transgender group meetings that was asking us about trying to get educated on trans girls and you know, their transitions and stuff. And they said, well, you know, trans girls transition never really truly ends. Now, if you're talking about spiritual transitions, then I'm fine with that because, yeah, I feel like that's what life is about. You need to spiritually transition and continually grow spiritually and become a better and better person. Or else, what is life for? So that's how I feel about life. But when you're talking about a physical transformation, I don't want to be, you know, chasing the pot at the end of the rainbow, trying to find that gold that doesn't exist. I don't want to be like, well, I'm not happy with my body yet, so I better change it some more and turn into some kind of plastic surgery nightmare. I just want to do the bare minimum, do what I can to pass as a woman and feel comfortable with myself and be done. I don't want to think that there's not going to be a day where I can't just sit in a lawn chair, bask in the sun, and be hella happy. Like, I did it. I'm done with transition. Now I can live my life as a woman. Because for me, transition is almost like transitioning through puberty. Remember that uncomfortable stage with puberty when from male to females, your voice started to crack and change. You got that facial hair and stuff. It was hella uncomfortable. I don't want to sit in that hella uncomfortable situation for the rest of my life. And that's what I think about. Transition is uncomfortable. I don't want to be transitioning anymore. I want the transition to be done. I want it to be over with. I want it to be finite. I don't want to have anything to do with it anymore. So for me, my transition is surely going to end. I don't want to keep doing this non-stop thing and become, like I said, some surgical Frankenstein nightmare. I'm not saying that all girls do that, by the way. Don't misread what I'm trying to say. I can't imagine moving forward with the idea that transition never ends. So it's one of those things that I guess girls say, like, well, transsexuals, you know, transition never really ends. Bullshit. I want to prove it to you. My transition is going to eventually end. I'm not going to keep doing this for the rest of my life. It's time for me to live my life as a woman. As a kind of pretty woman, to a ugh woman, to a ugly woman, to a ugh, man, she is wrinkly, haggardly bent over, and looks like hell. Because let's be honest with each other. At the age of 87, 90, have you ever seen somebody at that age really look beautiful? It's going to fade. It's going to fade. I want my time in the sun to where I feel happy with myself, and then my time to be able to grow into an old woman as I feel I should be growing into. I want to be an old woman, not to be an old, haggardly, wrinkly man. That would be a nightmare. I would rather not ever be that in my 90s. So, my transition, you better freaking believe it. It will end.